just a little bit. Never want to quit. I'm feeling it the way it hits. It's elevated. Vision is blurry. Feel it and dizzy. You elevate me.
Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything. They got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Right, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay, then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show. It's Thursday, October 27th, 2022, and we're so glad you're with us wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. I am HeftyGoofSports.gaming, along for the ride left side of your screen after a fun night of streaming multiple games because you absolutely wanted to and not because there was another update gate, right? Could you imagine?
I was really itching to stream about 30 to 40 minutes of Gotham Knights specifically. So that's what we did.
It's all
That's
about
really what I want.
It's all about the intention, right? This is exactly what we wanted, so we did it. Dang it! Update watch.
But it worked out. It's just stupid Call of Duty updates. I've never seen a game that's installed on my system that isn't out yet need so many updates. I swear that's like the 6th time Call of Duty's updated, and it's not even out.
You know, I've worked so long in the radio world where there is a lot of things that just need to happen on the fly that you don't necessarily expect. I didn't expect that to kind of translate over to video games, where it's like, oh, crap, I didn't capitalize that letter. Let's send out an update.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But it worked out. It gave us a chance to play a few more minutes of Gotham Knights, which was a good time. So
I was going to say, did it get any better? Because I know that it's becoming cutscene nights at this point.
It's lots of cutscenes, but I've at least figured out faster ways to progress the story, which is a problem with me as much as it was a problem with the game. So that's nice, being able to actually see storyline rather than just the street level crime fighting
Yeah.
for hours at a time.
I saw that Harvey Quinn made a debut. I'm
So
learning.
close.
Good morning to Drew Mega. Good morning to Downs. Good morning to Scott Chick, who was first, in fact, this morning.
First,
Downs is stuck at stupid work, quote unquote, so I can't hear you. Have a great show. That's why we have the captions. So if you can't hear us, but you want to read along with us, you certainly can. Also, Drew Mega is here. Cheers, Downs. Feels like a Kojima game, huh?
Yeah, at times. But at least they're not they're not confusing bonkers cutscenes. They're just regular cutscenes.
Get ready. Coming up in the final hour crew today, we'll resume a little bit of our Whateverland playthrough, but we're going to be using P's today. Performance enhancing assistance from something. You probably should. Do you have a link for anything, or should I be Googling while you play?
The problem is all the walkthroughs I could find are video walkthroughs.
Oh, sweet.
So maybe we'll just play a video of someone playing
It's
this.
just coming up in the final hour crew. We watched somebody else play a game that we also would like to play. So,
But I at least know what to do next. So maybe that'll help.
sometimes when we play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, which will be our audience game coming up in the final hour crew too. So if you want to get all your Z's and X's guessed, this is your week to do it, because once we get to next week, if our streak of balloons is still going, then we very much ask you to guess the letters that are actually in the puzzle, as opposed to the ones that are fun to guess. But that's completely up to you. It's coming up 8:07 this morning. We could instead, because this is what happens when we play that game, is sometimes I'll be scrolling on like the wrong side. I'll be looking at the OBS side instead of the actual spot where I click the letters. We could do the same thing. We could just have an overlay of the YouTube video, and then you just move your cursor exactly at the same pace as whoever's playthrough we borrow.
Nice.
That's some high quality content right there. People go wild. 6:07 is the time we start the show. It's now 6:15. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll do GMS Morning Gaming News. Give you the video game headlines of the day. 6:50 this morning. Birthdays this day in gaming history. Short list of days of the day that we'll tell you about in a moment. There's a deer that ran wild inside a South Carolina restaurant. We'll tell you that story coming up later this hour. Next hour, a Chicago aquarium seeks help naming a rescued otter. And who better to help them with that than GMS, right? I think we could come up with an outstanding name for this otter.
Absolutely, we're great at naming things.
Initial clubhouse leader, I was thinking, put it on a pancake.
But that's a little too straightforward. What about like Otter Pop Memorial? Put it on a pancake.
Ooh. What if this otter could be named Otter Pop? That's so good.
Yeah.
Where's the brand? What a naming opportunity for a brand. What are we doing?
The idea is free. It's out there.
Yeah, that we will not charge you for that. But the middle name must be put it on a pancake. Yeah. Or PIOAP for short.
PIO.
PIOAP. If you know, you know. Peas as in the vegetable ascot chick. They could be confused with peas. Yeah, performance enhancing assistances. Peas. Well, because if one of us ever cosplays as a princess, then we would be the princess and the pea for the purposes of playing Whateverland. That
Which
checks
one
out.
of us would be the P?
No, that's the YouTube videos and stuff. So we could even both cosplay princesses.
So
and then we could be like
Is one of us the
Princess
mattress?
Eyes. Well, you're the most useful when it comes to video games, so why don't I play the role of the mattress and you can just lay down when you're tired on my back.
I like it.
We'll workshop that. We'll figure that part out. It's National American Beer Day. American beer, as opposed to non-American beer. National Civics Day, National Black Cat Day. Happy National Black Cat Day, Hefty Floof.
Nice. Did you bring her to hang out all day?
What's that?
Did you bring her to hang out on the show all day?
Hefty Floof was much more affectionate this morning than Floof's been the last couple of days. So I actually consider that maybe, like, we're getting along now, but it turns out that she just wanted outside. I was disappointed. I thought we were getting along, but just still using me more than anything else.
Yeah. What a tease.
Yeah. It's also Navy Day. And then our topic of the day has to do with two This Day in Gaming Histories, which we'll get to again at 6:50 this morning. It has to do with Assassin's Creed Origins and Super Mario Odyssey. They were both released today in 2017. And so curious, what is your favorite video game franchise? Because both Assassin's Creed, at least the last couple of decades, and then you have Super Mario, which goes clearly back into the 70s, 80s, probably 80s specifically. What's your favorite favorite video game franchise? Because there's plenty of them. Is Assassin's Creed one of them? Is Super Mario one of them? Have the more recent games like Super Mario Odyssey been more fun than some of the classic Mario games? Always kind of curious how people dissect those. Drew Mega says, I believe I've mentioned this before, but one of my favorite beers is Yingling, which I've had in like Pennsylvania. I think that might be where it's brewed. Yingling.
Interesting. I don't think I've had it.
It's available in like Wisconsin too. It's a very Midwestern to the eastern part of the U.S. So, yeah, one of my favorite beers is Yingling. It's fine. I like Yingling. Yeah,
I'd give it a shot.
Scott Chick says Sean was going to take Oscar for a holiday for me in the early hours of the morning in the UK. A total of 2 hours sleep I've had thanks to him being a brat. Wow. What are we doing, Oscar?
Yeah. Oscar's been a bit of a turd, it sounds like.
Treat Scott Chick better. It's ridiculous. Okay, I gotta make an adjustment just a sec. Perfect. That looks good. And then go here. And put this right there. Perfect. And then this one right here. Then go here. And perfect. All right, that was fantastic and totally worth it. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, let us know your favorite video game franchise. I think it comes as no surprise. Damn it. Just get in the game. They score. No surprise probably that Mortal Kombat is my favorite franchise, right? Like, that thing's been around since, what, early 90s? And it had definitely like a swoon? Does that mean it went like poorly for a while? What is that? Like a lull? A slump?
A slump?
Yeah. Like if we're using a sports metaphor, they struggled for a while. Because those games between Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat 10 were not very good. Although, it makes me wonder, is that just my perspective? Like, has there ever been any, like, details around, did Mortal Kombat, like, almost fold at one point?
Well, and a lot of franchises hit that point. I mean, Resident Evil did the same thing, where like Resident Evil 5 and 6 were not as good. At least from what I know, I didn't play either of them, but they didn't get as good reviews, and it seemed like they had gotten away from some of the things that made Resident Evil unique. And then in more recent times with 7 and 8 and then the remakes, like Resident Evil's really hit its stride again.
I wonder if remakes are well, how do I phrase this? Like, are remakes almost becoming more critical to sustain success than than they used to be? Because there wasn't a lot of remakes before remakes, but like, how critical are they to the success of a franchise anymore? I wonder.
I think it's a case by case basis. I think it's another tool for a franchise that's been around for a long time to celebrate their past and get more content out there for people without having to only rely on, brand new games all the time. Because people like to remember old games, and especially what I like about remakes and what I think works well for franchises that have been around a long time is we all have this habit of remembering old games sometimes better than they actually were, and then you go back and you replay them. Like GoldenEye is the classic example. We remember that being such a high caliber game because it was at the time. And you go back and play it, and you're like, ooh, I don't like this at all. And so remakes are a great way to kind of play games closer to the way we remember it.
You sound like the professor from The Simpsons. Like, ooh. That was awesome. And it's interesting because even as we're sitting here, I had one thought, which is there like an indie game franchise? Because a lot of the sources that we've cited so far are very big franchises, and then that made me think of things like Call of Duty, right? Like those, it's a huge franchise that didn't even come top of mind, and you just played it yesterday.
Yeah, love a good Call of Duty.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, what is a small franchise too that like maybe they've only had 2 or 3 games, but that's still a franchise, a trilogy it is, and yeah, I don't know what comes to mind.
Shovel Knight's one that was fantastic and has had a lot of related games released, with a bunch of different, essentially like DLC adventures, and then more recently some different styles of games in the Shovel Knight universe. Like they did like a match 3 game, and then they just Shovel Knight Dig was one that just came out in the last couple months. So and I've only played the OG Shovel Knight, and that game was fantastic.
Yeah, you even have like back to big franchises. Final Fantasy is there. The Legend of Zelda is there. So there's just so many that I think Castlevania, like there's just so many that don't even come to mind off the top of my head. That's nuts. That's really nuts to think about. There's so many properties out there. You have Drew Mega saying favorite video game franchise. Tough one for me. So I have so many. Super Mario for sure. Splinter Cell, Batman, Arkham, Uncharted as well.
Love the Uncharted games.
Well, good, because there's a new one coming out. Maybe.
Allegedly.
Ow, why'd you hit me? I was perfectly lined up. But I'm happy for my teammate. I was in perfect position. That person booted me out of the way. I was nudged so you could soar.
That's alright. That guy skips breakfast.
Yeah, and I don't want to make the mistake either of thinking of like old pixelated games like a Chrono Trigger. I know a lot of people play. I don't know if that's actually like, is there a franchise based around that? Or am I just assuming that that's also a small indie game just because it happens to be, pixeled?
Right. Well, and there's a lot of, you get into like JRPGs. There's a lot that I know by name, but have never actually played.
I was trying to just nudge my way toward the goal to score that. It's like, I didn't put a shot on the goal, but I'm going to make sure nobody gets in my way.
Whoa. That was not the subtle boop I wanted to do.
All right, overtime, first hour, let's go. 1-8 seed.
All right.
We got the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News coming up after the conclusion of this game, whenever that is. Maybe it's right away. Sports.gaming is cracked. Look at that. Perfect. It's like we drew it up. He's nuts. Nice work.
Thanks.
You are one of life's winners.
Thanks for being here. It's 6:27 West Coast time. It's 9:27 out east. It's 2:27 for those watching GMS in the UK. I mean, there's other franchises that don't see the light of day as much as some others have.
The Nintendogs live under Scott Chick's bed.
Like Nintendogs,
The Nintendogs live under Scott Chick's bed.
which you can find under Scott Chick's bed. They're all there. It's like a litter of them. They're just sitting there, waiting to be used. Again. Something.
Are they literally there?
They're literally there. I mean, Drew Beg is bringing up Tomb Raider. Love pretty much all the games in that franchise. Gears of War. God of War. Call of Duty War.
I mean, a sub-franchise within a franchise, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Modern
Which is
Fair,
sad.
comma, War.
So many games, they just looped back to the beginning again.
It's just too many of them. We could talk more about this, but yeah, what's your favorite video game franchise? We haven't even gotten Sean's answer, so we'll get that coming up in just a bit. It is our topic of the day. It is the Thursday edition of the show, October 27th, 2022, which you'll hear again in just a moment, because it's time to get the video game headlines of the day. And for that, as always, we turn to hashtag Video Game Expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Thursday, October 27th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. We have some news this morning. The first is a sadder story. Speaking of big video game franchises, Reiko Kodama, who is a pioneering Sega developer behind some of the franchises such as Phantasy Star, Skies of Arcadia, and many more other projects, has passed away at the age of 58. She was still working with Sega, who confirmed Kodama's death earlier this morning, citing that she had actually passed away back in May. Further details about her death will not be shared out of respect for her family's privacy, says Sega. They say, quote, "We pray that the deceased will rest in peace, and we offer our gratitude for her enormous contributions to Sega." Kodama's journey through game development began in the 1980s when she started as a graphic designer for Master System and Sega Genesis games like Altered Beast and Sonic the Hedgehog. She worked as the main artist for Phantasy Star and continued to work on the series' visual team until Phantasy Star 4, the end of the millennium, which was a game that she directed. So she has many credits throughout Sonic games, Sega games, also Sonic games, including Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, amongst many, many other things. She continued to work in games development in some capacity until at least 2018, where she became the lead producer on the Sega compilation title Sega Ages. She was recognized in 2019 with the Pioneer Award at GDC 2019. Rest in peace. In a lighter news, different sad news, less sad, but maybe still upsetting to some. We talked a little bit about Sony raising prices, in particular raising hardware prices. Well, now on the Xbox side of things, Phil Spencer has said that Xbox will need to raise hardware and subscription prices at some point. They're just trying to hold out until after the holiday season. So this is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. This was reported by The Verge's Tom Warren on Twitter. which came about during an interview, and Phil Spencer says, quote, "I do think at some point we'll have to raise the prices of certain things, but going into this holiday, we thought it was important to maintain the prices. We've held price on our console, we've held price on games and our subscription. I don't think we'll be able to do that forever. I do think at some point we'll have to raise some prices on certain things."
So this
Two sentences that said the same thing.
yeah, it has to be alluding to Game Pass primarily, because that seems to be the thing that is maybe even more of a success than possibly they anticipated. But even if they had like subscription based items, offerings, those seem to be the most commonly associated with increases. Look at what Netflix has done in the past, etc. Whereas I don't recall too many times where all of a sudden, an Xbox, a PlayStation says, you know what, this console, we're going to actually increase the price of the hardware. They don't typically do something like that.
Yeah, that's more unusual. But this whole release of this next gen has been unusual with pandemic and component shortages and logistic difficulties and inflation, and this console launch has definitely been atypical. So we haven't really seen that in the past, but it doesn't surprise me that what Sony has decided that they need to do to make things work is also going to eventually affect Microsoft as well. There was another piece of this interview that was pulled out into another story that I saw when I was pulling the news for this morning, that detailed a little bit more about how Game Pass's growth might actually be becoming more stagnant. Still, they're not hurting for people subscribing, but it seems like their growth might be slowing down a little bit, and so that might be playing into it some too. I'm assuming he gets into it further in the interview, so that information is also out there if you're interested.
And and I don't suspect that they'll either increase the price of games either, because there's already enough difficulty adjusting from 60 to 70 as a price point. So yeah.
Well, and I don't know if Xbox has, like, Sony is like, the big games are for sure like 70. Has Xbox done the same thing, or are they still floating more around the 60?
Oh, that's a good point.
I wonder if that's what that references to.
Gotcha.
So they're just catching up. Microsoft goes to, instead of 70, they go from $60 to $69.
Nice.
Get that price cut.
Nice.
Also, it's a good number. In our last news story, it's the end of the month, so we're going to start talking about games that are coming out next month for PlayStation Plus and Game Pass. First up, as always, is PlayStation Plus, always beating Microsoft out of the gates by a day, so I wonder what I'll talk about tomorrow. The free games we have for PlayStation Plus, this of course is for all 3 tiers of PlayStation Plus, is Neo 2, which is the 2020 follow-up to the action RPG Neo, which launched in 2017. We also have the Lego Harry Potter Collection, which is a collection of 2010's Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4 and 2011's Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. This anthology launched on the PlayStation 4 in 2016, and if you're a fan of Lego games and or Harry Potter, then this is a slam dunk game for you. We also have Heavenly Bodies, which launched in 2021 for PlayStation 4 and 5 and PC. It's a well-regarded indie game set in Earth orbit, which challenges and objectives inspired by space exploration missions of the 1970s. So that could be pretty cool. Those are all going to be available sometime in November in a kind of weird way of announcing that they didn't say what day they're available. Usually it's very specific. So it'll be November, probably within the first week or so. So we don't know when the October free games, Injustice 2, Hot Wheels Unleashed, and Super Hot will go away. So at least get them before October 31st, because that's how far we can guarantee. So pick up those games if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber and have not already picked those up, because they'll go away at some point.
Yeah.
And always last, but never least, we finished off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. It's Thursday. I have a little bit of a list. Arachnoid Eternal Battle is out on PlayStations, Xboxes, Switch, and PC. Buddy Simulator 1984 is out on Switch. It's out on Switch. I can't imagine it's like a horror game, but definitely something this time of year named Buddy Simulator makes me a little suspicious.
So I'm just realizing I hadn't claimed any of my Halloween things from Rocket League. I didn't see the interface, and there's Chucky related stuff in here,
Yeah.
which no.
This is Halloween. Dave the Diver is out on PC. And then we have an interesting collection of games. And by collection, I mean we have 2 games. We have Devi and P out for the Sega Genesis Mini, and Fantasy Zone out for the Sega Genesis Mini. The Sega Genesis Mini is out today, but these 2 games have never been released before. So these are brand new Sega Genesis games.
Wow.
We also have Relayer out on PC, Saturnalia out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S/X, Switch, and PC, Signalis out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, Sins of the Solar Empire 2 out on PC, Spatter on Sega Genesis Mini, Star Mobile out on Sega Genesis Mini, let's get the other Super Locomotive out on Sega Genesis Mini, and versus Puyo Puyo Sun out on Sega Genesis Mini. We have Star Ocean: The Divine Force out on PlayStations, Xboxes, and PC, and the Pinball Wizard out on Switch and PC. That's a complicated Thursday list. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator. Out on PlayStations, Xboxes, Switch, and PC.
What was it called?
Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator.
Wow, did we name it? Because that sounds like we named it.
sounds like something we would do.
The Otter Memorial Beermaster Brewing Beermaster Otter. Put it on a pink. Wow. Okay, well, congratulations to Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator. So you want to be a Brewmaster Beer Brewer? Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's our name of the morning. Could become name of the month. October is almost over. We'll name our name of the month coming up in the first 2 weeks of November. So very excited about that. If you would like to be a winner, if you're a Patreon subscriber, you have a chance to do so right in the same month that it was revealed. In fact, today in the final hour, crew will play Whateverland for the second time. That was our name of the month for September. Quiet Eye Gaming was the winner of that one. And if you want to try to have a chance to win, sign up right now. You can at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. We'll also give it away coming up at the beginning of 2023 as part of our Fulfillment Appreciation Name of the Month giveaway. Congratulations, Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator out on all the machines. What a weird name, but a good name. So, yeah, you had a whole bunch of S's today to get through. Signalis, Sins of a Social Empire, Spatter. Interesting. Good morning to Superphonic, and good morning to RHS Jack.
Nice chat!
Drew Megan said, that game must be exhilarating. I just like how it's out today on National American Beer Day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you think it's a coincidence?
I mean, is there a better American beer game name than Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator?
Brewmaster American Beer Brewing Simulator.
Gosh, that's much better. What an impressive change. Superphonic points out our topic of the day, which we'll get back to in just a moment. Also, good morning. Jack, why are you late today? That's what Jack just said. I was playing Beermaster Beer Brewing Simulator and lost track of time. And now Drew Mega is calling for, I demand a crepe as a pancake as a crepe simulator. You know what, Drew Mega? That will never happen. That will never happen because...
A crepe is not a pancake.
Will never happen. Wow, we are behind the clock. Good morning, Bear Bear.
Did it.
Ooh, a bear is a bear is a bear, but bottled beer is better. Bear.
Nice.
It's a haiku. Probably. All right, let's take a look
You can news if you wanna.
at the story that we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. Thank you for being here. This one is from Ben Hooper of UPI, and it takes us to South Carolina. We had a run, gosh, was it about this time last year where deer happened to keep getting into every possible structure that was out there?
Yep.
I think
Deer be crazy this time of year.
I think it was Look It's Mike O was calling it like Deer Gang Watch 2021 or something, or 2022. I don't remember.
Sounds right.
But it's happening again. Now, this is because at a South Carolina restaurant, there was a security camera that caught footage of the moment a deer ran into the business through the open front door. Oh, it ended up slipping and sliding around the dining room. I hope there's video on this. 521 Filling Station posted a video to Facebook showing the deer running into the restaurant around 11:30 on Monday, repeatedly fell on the slippery floor while running around the dining room. Oh, the owner said the deer appeared to be trying to find an exit, and at one point tried to get through a closed window. Employees were able to escort the deer back outside. No one inside the restaurant was injured, and the deer did not appear to be hurt as it ran away. No comment on whether the deer's pride was hurt. So,
Poor deer.
you all right, deer? Just slip sliding away. It's fine. Superphonic brought up Mario Odyssey. It's 5 years old today. So Mario Odyssey came out this day in gaming history, 2017, which we'll get to here in about 10 minutes. The description of Super Mario Odyssey: explore incredible places far from the Mushroom Kingdom as you join Mario and his new ally Cappy on a massive globe-trotting 3D adventure. So this was the debut of Cappy?
Yeah. Cappy was an Odyssey thing. That game was fantastic.
Have they made a sequel?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Has there been rumors?
I mean, there's assumed rumors all the time of a new Mario like 3D game, but nothing announced if it's gonna be like a Mario Odyssey 2, if Cappy's gonna be back, any of that stuff.
Okay.
But we know we'll get more 3D Mario. It's just a matter of when and what.
Yeah, Superphonic. While Mario Odyssey released 5 years ago, I haven't played it for 4 years and 51 weeks since I completed it. So, based on that information, it's about a week to complete. Quick math.
Depends on how much time you have to devote to it. There's a lot to do in that game. If you want to do more of a completionist run, which I did eventually 100% that game and get all of the moons, and it took some time.
This is probably a silly question, but is platinum a common term for completing a game, or is that only in reference to platinum trophies on PlayStation?
That's specifically PlayStation's verbiage.
Because, like, you know how you taught me how going gold means the game is complete, and that's universal. So I made me wonder if platinum was like a common term for completing a game, wholly.
Nope, that's just PlayStation. The generic term is completing or 100%ing. And then on systems like Nintendo, where there are no trophy systems, it's just for finishing its sake. Some games have like completion rewards, but a lot of games don't, and it's just completing it for the sake of completing it.
Superphonic also says, I want to play Mario Odyssey Hide and Seek. What's that? Is that like can you play the game as a hide and seek, Superphonic? I'm not familiar with that. Superphonic says, I'm also pumped on adrenaline as I ran a training session for like the second time ever. Well, congratulations. I hope it went pretty okay. But yeah, Drew Mega Echo's Super Mario Odyssey was a great game.
Yeah, fantastic.
And that was a Switch release, I believe. Okay. Do you still own it?
Yep. I do. I have a digital copy. So yeah. It the Switch I got came with a digital download for Odyssey.
What timing? Did you get special like Super Mario controllers? Joy-Con?
It came with a red Switch case.
Nice.
Hello, friend.
This is the description of Assassin's Creed Origins. It's a new beginning discovery tour by Assassin's Creed Ancient Egypt available. It's a free update. Ancient Egypt, a land of majesty and intrigue, is disappearing in ruthless fight for power. Maybe that's just the specific expansion description. Do you remember much about Origins?
Not a ton. That was an Assassin's Creed game that I had intended to play. I started and played like maybe 2 hours of it and then put it down and never got back to it. And it never happened. Odyssey was the one that I spent the most time with in the recent games.
Superphonic says, my favorite Mario game for sure, the perfect amount of collecting to 100% without it being too grindy.
Yeah, it's true. It was so much fun. If I didn't have a bajillion other games that I want to play, I'd go back and play Odyssey.
If I had unlimited time to devote to video games. That'd always actually be a fun question to ask on the show is, if you had unlimited time to devote to video games, what game could you play endlessly? Or at least replay again. Apparently, True Mega was trying to start a big problem. Jack says, are you trying to start World War III with the whole a crepe is a pancake is a crepe simulator? And then Drew Mega informs Jack, a Pineapple Pizza hasn't started such a war already. And so if that's not happening, then Crepe Gate is probably okay. That's close to getting you an assist.
Yeah, it really hovered around there for a second.
Well, and I hit a good shot on it. They were just right there to ruin my day. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
Oh, I had it. He got in the way.
All right, losers.
Silly opponents.
Losers?
We won 3-1.
No, they're losers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was talking smack. I definitely knew we won that game. You know, I really should pay attention to the show. It's pretty good, isn't it? Sorry, I was reading chat. What do you want from me? It's 6:49 West Coast time. It's 9:49 out east. It's 2:49 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thanks to everyone who stopped by Sports.Gaming stream yesterday. You can follow right now, twitch.tv/sports.gaming. Sean's trying to get affiliated on Twitch, and then we are going to use Sean's affiliation to provide GMS emotes over here. And if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get those emotes for free when you sign up for the new subscriber tier. So check that out. You can go to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. But more importantly, you are like a mere 10 followers away from what you need.
Yeah, we're 9 away. We have 41. So if you haven't followed over twitch.tv/sports.gaming, go do so. And if you have 9 friends that have Twitch accounts that never use it, make them follow too.
Or
Just
if you
need
have
9 more.
9 email addresses that you don't have signed up on Twitch, you could always do that as well. Big shout out to Dick Cakeson for following yesterday. The character who plays Nightwing in Gotham Knights.
That was fantastic. Yeah, if 3 of you have 3 emails, that would do.
Quiet says, I definitely have 9 friends I could use. Wink. Superphonic said, we told Jubbly to follow. Well, thank you, Superphonic, for spreading the word.
Thank you.
Yeah, are you going to be playing again tonight?
That's the plan. I want to finish Call of Duty's campaign with the late start last night. It's gonna be hard to finish it tonight, but I want to play some tonight so that I can be guaranteed to finish it this weekend. Because once the multiplayer opens up, I want to play a bunch with a friend of the show, Colty Vibes. This is the first Call of Duty that him and I have both been excited about at the same time, so we want to play a bunch of multiplayer together. And I was hoping to spend some time this weekend doing that, but got to finish the campaign first. So we will be playing tonight for at least a little bit.
Another reminder, this weekend too, Austin is doing the 12-hour Halloween party stream. Starts 7 a.m. Pacific time. There's a chance for a Halloween-inspired tattoo. I know there's going to be some giveaways as well, and Austin continues to support Stream for a Cause nonprofit that supports grassroots initiatives and community-based nonprofits all over the world. Check it out at twitch.tv/AustinAttack12. And a quick shout-out to Brendan, who will also be broadcasting on Saturday in part of a raid-a-thon where... pretty much right off the bat, Brendan will be cosplaying as Guy Fieri. So that wasn't part of the plan, but just get ready, Brendan, because it's happening. Good morning.
Nice chat.
To the element of one. It's time for birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know, because Sean and I would like to celebrate with you. No audience birthdays to celebrate today, but of course, if you know somebody, please let us know. Good morning to Groggy or Die as well. Celebrity birthdays wise today, John Cleese turns 83 today. John Cleese is 83.
Hasn't he been 83 for the last 10 years?
So we had John Lithgow the other day or something, who's maybe upper 70s, and if you told me they were less than 10 years apart, I would not believe you, because I remember John Cleese was in every movie I watched from 1980 to 1995.
And he was 83 in all of those.
In all of those, yes, exactly.
He's also voiced characters in multiple video games.
I'm also very happy John Cleese is alive, because I thought John Cleese was as old as Angela Lansbury. And Angela Lansbury passed away, a couple weeks ago at 96? So, good job, John Cleese. Good job being alive.
Good job.
And apparently fairly young. Just, wow.
Yeah.
So.
And he's been, this is a perfect casting for him. In at least the video game world, he voiced Q in some of the 007 video games.
That's good.
That's a great casting right there.
Do you have a whole list of it pulled up?
Yeah, but those were the interesting ones.
Okay, because I was gonna have K-Laugh take a look, but yeah, if that's the only interesting one. I mean, I like the fact that we had a video game tie-in to birthdays, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good job.
Director Roberto Benigni.
Yeah.
Turned 70? Question mark?
His film Life is Beautiful was based in part on his father's experiences during World War II.
TV personality Kelly Osbourne is 38 today.
Kelly appeared briefly in one of her father's music videos.
No one? You just can't tell us which one? We have to... I mean, Ozzy had a few, so...
You'll figure it out. Just watch them all.
That's your homework, chat. That's your homework. Figure it out. Christine Evangelista, the actress, turns 36 today.
And Christine currently appears on the series Fear the Walking Dead.
That's a series.
Yeah.
That was also implied by just having The Walking Dead in the first place, so...
It's a redundant series.
Yeah. Is that just the same series?
It's the prequel series. It's the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, as opposed to Walking Dead. I'm assuming you've never watched The Walking Dead.
You are the closest I've come to watching The Walking Dead is I watched Wallstormer on a telegame play one of the not Take Two, it was Telltale or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made a Walking Dead video game, so I watched Josh play that on an Intelligame episode, and that's the closest I've ever come.
It's pretty close. Yeah, so the opening of The Walking Dead, both in comic game, video game, and TV show game forms, in all of the instances of Walking Dead, it starts with one of the main characters is shot and in a coma, and when he wakes up, the zombie apocalypse is fully going. Um,
Are you
and
messing with me right now?
No.
Okay.
So you don't get in the original stories. You don't get the like, this is starting and getting out of control. It's just he wakes up and it's like, boom, zombies are everywhere.
Interesting.
So, Fear the Walking Dead tells that story of that thing still.
Okay. Interesting concept. I'm still afraid of it though.
Yeah, you're still not gonna watch it, but that's okay.
We've got a drummer birthday.
And it's a good one. Jason Finn of Presidents of the United States of America is 55.
Well, I'm sad, alone on a boggy marsh, totally emotionless except for. That's got a good drum line in it. That song, really, really poundy with the drums.
Like poundy drums.
Any other birthdays tickle your fancy?
No.
You have actor Peter Firth from That's Life, 69 today.
Nice.
Nice.
You have actor Robert Picardo from The Wonder Years in China Beach, 69 today.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah,
Okay. Let's go to this day in gaming history because, like I said, it's relevant to our topic of the day. We're asking you today, what is your favorite video game franchise? Please let us know in the chat. I also see Superphonic saying, excuse me, and Star Trek Voyager. Of course. Yeah. I knew Robert Picardo is definitely from Star Trek Voyager because, as we all know, played the Doctor.
Mm-hmm. Doc.
The emergency medical hologram, EMH, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all know that.
Yep. I watch all the treks of the stars.
I'm getting news, especially Star Trek Voyager is what I meant to say. I'm sorry if I didn't say that with that emphasis.
Emphasis.
Wait. Okay. I'm going to get to this day in gaming history, but I need to look
Yeah.
behind you.
Yeah.
What is Arturo doing over your shoulder?
He wants to be involved, but doesn't want to be on camera. So he's laying behind my monitor this morning, and I was like, "No, you're not gonna get away with that. If you're gonna be here, you're gonna be on the show." So I put him on the show.
Nice.
And actually now, you see the bag with hard drives?
Uh-huh.
He's now using that as a pillow, which is really cute. But I'm not gonna retake the picture.
This is not a live look-in, as much as we had planned it to be. 2004, Sony Computer Entertainment releases the PlayStation Portable in Japan. December 12th, it would come out for 19,800 yen, about $185. 21 game titles available at the start. And then in 2008, Sony put out the Little Big Planet video game for PlayStation 3.
I love Little Big Planet. That's a fun franchise. All the Little Big Planet games, very family-friendly games. Those were games that my wife and I played because you can do two-player like on-screen co-op with some of those. My wife and I would play those together with the kids hanging out because the kids thought it was hilarious and a lot of fun.
Maybe a future Super GMS Bros-in-law.
That would be a good one, and it would be a game you'd probably enjoy quite a bit.
It's not terrifying.
It's not terrifying, and it's co-op where we're helping each other, but you can also be mischievous and mess things up, which I see you having fun with.
It sounds better than Little Nightmares Big Planet.
Yeah. You wouldn't like that.
2009, Activision put out DJ Hero for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and some others. It's that same year, Rockstar put out Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony. That was for Xbox 360. And then 2009, at the marriage of Namco and Bandai, which have been together probably longer than that, Tekken 6 came out for a variety of machines. And then 2009, Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time was out for PlayStation 3.
Nice. Love the Ratchet and Clank games.
Yeah, another franchise that we could spotlight. Although, how many of those have there been? Because I know you played the most recent one on GMS Plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there have been quite a few. I've lost track of how many games in total, but there's a lot of them.
2010, Zen put out Pinball FX2 for the Xbox 360. And then we get to the games that turned 5 today. That includes Assassin's Creed Origins, which was out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One this day in 2017. As mentioned, Super Mario Odyssey came out for Switch this day in 2017, as well as Bethesda put out Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. That was PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Nice. Man, Ratchet and Clank has 17 games.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Including it in all releases. So these aren't just like mainline games. That does include there's like a mobile game, 2 mobile games. There's some smaller PSN games and PSP games. But yeah, 17 releases. Ugh, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I have not played them.
That's your This Day in Gaming History. Next hour, we'll give you a list of the day. This has to do with the 10 video game franchises that keep getting better. That's an important distinction. We'll also have sports next hour.
Sports?
What happened when somebody promised to get a funny tattoo chosen by their wife if they won an Olympic medal, which was the case. We'll tell you what happens with that coming up in sports. And then, of course, with a couple of minutes left, I'd just like to remind you that Star Trek Voyager was an amazing TV series that definitely aired, I don't know, off the top of my head, January 16th, 1995 to roughly like May 23rd, 2001. I think, at least in the US, it was on UPN, and it was, about 172 episodes over 7 seasons, which, of course, we know this is the 5th Star Trek franchise as far as, like, series go.
Yeah. And we all just know so much about Star Trek Voyager. I know like so many just random fun facts. Like did you know Kate Mulgrew and Jerry Ryan didn't get along because of 7 of 9's sexualization?
Yeah.
Or Robert Beltran, who I is in the show. Definitely part of the show. Disliked the show so much he repeatedly tried to get fired. Like, that's a fun fact that I knew.
Kind of is a fun fact.
That is fun. These fun facts are actually pretty good. I'm not. I mean, I know all of them.
Yes.
And I'm looking through my mind, and they're good fun facts.
And we bring this up again just to say happy birthday to Robert Picardo, who definitely played the emergency medical hologram, or as we've gone to call Robert's character, the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good morning to Gabe Pride. I'm happy you could jump in since Gabe just said I'm rewatching Star Trek Voyager now. Definitely a comfort show. We just wanted to spread
Nice chat.
some good information about this show that Sean and I definitely know a lot about.
Yep. Experts.
Good morning. We'll come back with more Gaming Morning Show. It's on the way Thursday, October 27th, 2022, and you can watch it on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, or listen on Twitter Spaces and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Hour number 2 is next.
No place to call my own. Yeah, I'm hoping somebody brings me home. It's only a night lost that I see. Tell me they are listening to me, feeling misplaced. Someone rescue me. Someone rescue me. I'm bursting at the seams. Tell me I'm not lost out at sea. Tell me they are listening to me, feeling misplaced. Someone rescue me. Someone rescue me. It's someone take me. I'm
Too far, we're on town, but it's not what you chose when you fell so hard that you didn't want it anymore. So afraid of what would happen that you let it go, taking a step down from heaven 'cause you didn't know. So far and survived it. Couldn't you just do the same and make happen all the dreams that you let go? I'll be with you the whole way. I'll be in your heart because my love is here to stay. It was from the start. Jumped so high to the top, and your legs got so sore to drop, but there's no pain anymore. They don't know after all that happened when you hit the ground.
Hi, I'm Bob from Gaming Morning Show. You know, the voice from the box. As the proud owner of an amazing voice, I, like many of you, am familiar with the amazing voice of our friend Austin Attack. Her very popular music is available as a points redemption on her stream at twitch.tv/AustinAttack12. However, it is Austin's sound effects that are the real hidden gem. So today, we are offering you the greatest sound effects ever created by Austin Attack. Previously, these individual sound effects were only available for easy in-home playback by searching hours of VODs. But now, thanks to GMS, you can listen to these one-of-a-kind sound effects with our special edition 16 CD, 35 cassette tape, 1 Laserdisc set. For the first time, you can own Austin saying, "Beach."
Beach!
Plus, who can forget Austin makes a car
What
noise?
sound do cars make? Vroom, vroom.
Or that time that Austin tried to make the noise a dodgeball makes.
And then like a ball, like, pit, like.
No.
I was trying to make like a dodgeball sound.
And if you order now, we'll include the best of Grimm sound effects at no additional charge.
Oh yeah?
Hi, Grimm. Get the best of Austin Attack's special effects collection by sharing random cat pictures in our Discord. Please keep in mind this collection is fictitious, and you'll never actually receive anything except our love. And isn't that better anyway? Order your collection. Austin Attack. Songs for the beach.
Beach.
By calling 555, put it on a pancake, or visit our website, GamingMorningShow.tv. Our fulfillment department is standing by, which means you'll probably never see anything. They're so fired. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. And become a Patreon. Join our Discord. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. It's all coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. It's Gaming Morning Show. Hefty and Arturo on this Thursday, October 27th, 2022. Meow. Man, Arturo is just not wanting to give up certain spots in your studio.
Don't mind me. I'll just be kneeling next to my desk
In a completely comfortable manner.
Yeah, good thing. My microphone's mobile.
Well, right now Sean's laying down on that bed you always see behind Sean because, well, cat's in the chair. Cat's got to sit.
He's not even asleep. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He hears me talking about him. He's pretending to not hear, but he hears.
Is he acting oddly strange this morning?
Yeah.
Because so was Hefty Floof. Is it a cat, like, Halloween
cat
thing or
full moon?
something?
Can I have my chair back?
Interesting. I mean, it is National Black Cat Day, which, of course, Arturo is not like 100%. You got those spots and those stripes. Look at that.
Yeah, he has some stripies. The tip of his tail's black.
Yeah. But Hefty Floof, yeah, definitely celebrating National Black Cat Day today. So.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Downs is making horrible mistakes. I just see your hand. It looked like there was a hand coming out of Arturo's tail. Let's put it that way. Awkward. Gross. Aw. Pet the kitty. Pet the kitty. 714, thank you for being here. List of the day coming up. Top 10 video game franchises that keep getting better. That's on the way. Downs goes, what a stupid time to take a break. Should have planned it around GMS. I regret all my choices today. Downs is trapped at work and can't hear us, but is just watching our faces apparently today. We've seen Groggy or Die today as well. Time to go lift weights with Shell. You all take care. Remember, 2 people using the same machine at the gym isn't frowned upon as long as you take turns. We also have sports coming up later on this hour. Someone said something about the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, guess what? There's a trade involving your birds. So stick around. We'll have that coming up at 7:50 a.m. Pacific time today. What's your favorite video game franchise? Sean, I think you need to actually answer this question because I alluded to Mortal Kombat is probably my favorite franchise. It's the one that I have the longest history with and still like consistent appreciation for. What comes to mind when you think of some of your top ones?
I'd probably go Super Mario Brothers. If I had to go with one, it's the one I've been playing the longest. It's rare that I play a Mario game and I don't enjoy it, even if I wouldn't make it, put it on my list of favorite games or even favorite Mario games. I've never played one and been like, ugh, it's just not having fun. Like, that doesn't happen. And we're inherently tied together, seeing as how Super Mario Brothers for the NES was released on my exact birthday. So it's got to be Mario Brothers.
And that's why Sean is named Mario.
Mm-hmm. Sean is short for Super. My middle name's Mario.
Yeah.
His name's Brothers. In-law.
Last name's .gaming. Please follow Sports.gaming on Twitch. We are 9 followers away, maybe less, because between the last time we asked you to do this and now, people might have followed with their 9 quote-unquote friends.
Yeah, no mysterious friends. We are up to 42 thanks to Kiki Low for the follow. No Kiki.
The Kiki Low.
So now you just need 8 friends.
Once we get to 50 there, then Sean will go through the paperwork, submission, and all that stuff, which, I mean, we've never done on the show, so I assume it's pretty easy. Lots of people have been affiliated plenty of times, so, I mean, it might go unaffiliated and then reaffiliated. I can't imagine that it's too tedious of a process. Speaking of Look, It's Maiko, Monsters and Friends podcast, you should have a new episode coming your way sometime next week. Yeah, because this week is one of the off weeks. But if you haven't caught the first 2 episodes, the last one was about Tech, which is like a muscular Cambodian Bigfoot, Sasquatch. You can check it out. Legends, cryptids, and lore. There we go.
Nailed it.
It was the Loch Ness Monster.
I did it. I'm good at this.
You did good work.
I'm going to stay in this business. Although, now that we can add hashtag Star Trek Voyager expert to our resumes, maybe I'll switch and just start doing that. I'd like to point out, this has nothing to do with like the quality of the show. It's not my point. It's just I just know so much about it that I kind of get sick of talking about it every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Should we start a Star Trek Voyager podcast?
That's up to Gabe Pride and Superphonic and Quiet, because they were all the ones who were mentioning Star Trek Voyager. If you would like Sean and me, with our extensive knowledge about the series, to start a Star Trek Voyager podcast, just let us know, because we're happy to accommodate such easy requests. Oh, we're getting mixed reactions. Gabe Pride says yes, and then I think Superphonic is disagreeing. Oh, that's going to go in. Look at that. Oh, off the ceiling. I was celebrating. I was already sliding into the goal like Harry Kane. Okay, so I see a yes, a no, and a Trek cast, if you will. So a non-answer from the 3. So that's a tie. It means we're doing it and not doing it simultaneously.
That also sounds like a GMS thing.
You know what? We'll just include Star Trek Voyager in our next watch parties list.
Fantastic Four, B-Movie, Legends of the Hidden Temple, every MCU movie, Hackers, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies, Frozen 2, Christmas Comes to the Pac-Land.
I mean, as we mentioned, there's only like 170-some episodes, so how long could it take to do such a watch party of that?
Independence Day, Knives Out, Ants in a Bug's Life, but at the same time, AI, Artificial Intelligence, iRobot, GoldenEye, Weekend at Bernie's, South of Heaven, Down and Dirty, A Love Story.
Yeah, I think if you think about the amount of time...
Face Off, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Twilight, Jurassic Park, Robin Hood Men in Tights, the entire Sharknado series, Small Wonder, Mean Girl, Sister Act, Jurassic Park Again, Hunt for the Wilder People, Throw Mama from the Train.
Then I don't think it'll take that long. Really.
It shouldn't be bad.
No, not at all. Get wrecked, Harry Kane. The Harry Kane reference, the only scope that I have for Harry Kane, which, correct me if I'm wrong, as an English soccer player, is because Dan Patrick on the Dan Patrick Show constantly goes, Harry Kane! And it's never left my mind. So I don't know if I could give a good Harry Kane like scoring play call, but I would try. Although this weekend, hopefully everybody in London at least is a Denver Broncos fan, because the Broncos play, I believe, at Wembley. I believe 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. And if I enjoyed watching games with other people, I'd invite you all for a watch party. But I need to kind of be isolated in my own little room, so I'm not going to. But you can root for him.
You should root for them.
We need all the help we can get. Please. I need Russell Wilson to win some games because I'm starting to feel bad for him. Because yesterday there were all these reports that he did like a 4-hour stretching routine on the airplane. And he's dealing with like some sort of hamstring injury. So I don't know if that was like prescribed or required or something. But everyone on the internet was starting to make fun of him. And I felt bad for Russ.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a great situation.
Oh, Superfox says he had a winning goal disallowed yesterday. That was a bit controversial. And after he had oh my gosh, I was so timely and I didn't even know it. That's funny. Yeah, get wrecked, Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Good morning to Kalaf, our head of research and development, popping in. Thank you for being here. I'm happy that you're a little bit later, because otherwise you would have had to dig us up about a bajillion Star Trek Voyager facts. But since Sean and I are so smart about Star Trek Voyager, the 5th series in the Star Trek franchise, we didn't need your help. But if you could give us all the John Cleese characters that John Cleese played in video games, that'd be appreciated. Even the crappy ones. Because Sean absorbed those, but we're not entirely sure what they are. Although you said Q in the James Bond movie or video games?
Yeah, there were a couple 007 video games that he voiced Q.
Oh, I did not mean to go that high. Good morning to King Gray. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Gray was there toward the end of yesterday's Sports.Gaming show. I like how I called it Sports.Gaming show. It sounds like you're doing like a Price is Right or something like that.
I could do Price is Right.
Do you like my Halloween wheels?
Are they sauce?
My half of them are on my blue car. This is my orange car, so I had to use the like jack-o'-lantern one.
Oh, nice. That was a nice shot.
And I could have cleared it, and I didn't. I like this. This is my favorite celebration because it has the scarf in it. Look. Ready? It sounds like you eating a cartoon pumpkin or a pretend pumpkin or apple or whatever sound you were making yesterday. It's on our Twitter. Ugh. Crap.
Oh my goodness.
You get another. Superfox says we're brushing up on our Star Trek Voyager, aren't we, Hefty? Yes, we are.
Indeed.
As in Robert Picardo.
Did you know that Dwayne Johnson got one of his earliest acting roles on an episode of Star Trek Voyager?
Yes.
Because I did. I remember that episode. That was that episode where and then the end was really good because remember?
It was such an not only do I remember, but like I feel like I lived it again with your excellent recount of that exact moment in time.
Yeah. Hopefully it came through for everyone else too.
Oh, no doubt. Everyone heard that. Didn't you, chat? Didn't you? Oh, it's exactly what happened. Perfect. Thank you, Superphonic.
Nice.
Good morning to KJ. Dungeon Master KJ is in the house.
Nice chat.
I messaged Sean during the break. I said, thank you for being here. I imagine you're very tired.
I'm sleepy.
I am too. I went to bed shortly after or right before you got off the air, and then I got up at like 3:45 this morning. So I'm a lot sleepier than I have been for a while, but that's what produced that wonderful line I just shared, which was in the house.
In the house.
Coming up, Chicago Aquarium is seeking help naming a rescued otter who better than us at GMS to help with that, because we like to add words to names.
We're naming experts.
Yeah. Much like today's name of the morning was the Brewmaster's Guide to Brewing Beer Better. Out today for Switch and PC and Xbox and stuff. Drew Mega was trying to start a fight with the crepe is a pancake is not a crepe simulator.
It's not gonna go over well.
No. But we think we should name this otter, put it on a pancake memorial otter pop. Or, as put it on a pancake is known for, in short, P-op. Piowap? Perfect. Quiet said no. King Gray said no. I'm sure they can catch it on the VOD. It definitely came through perfectly.
Yeah, it'll work out.
If you watch on YouTube, you can rewind in real time. Just go back and watch it right now. Heck, check out the Twitter Spaces VOD. Eventually,
I would just explain it again, but how we got the list.
we're up against the clock at 7:28 West Coast time. It's 10:28 out east. It's 3:28 for those watching GMS in the UK. This is from DualShockers.com, which is a website. It must be very PlayStation centric, maybe. Because
That makes
DualShock,
sense. Yeah.
it's a controller. Elias Rodriguez wrote this list September of 2022, so it's very recent too. Nice
Oh, wow.
finds.
Wow. It's my sister's birthday.
We're bringing this up because Assassin's Creed Origins and Super Mario Odyssey both were released today in 2017. Superphonic played it exactly 4 years and 51 weeks ago. This is a great line today. So we're going to give you 10 video game franchises that keep getting better. Elias writes, video games can create empires for themselves. If a game does well enough, it has enough power to create more content outside what exists in the gaming world. So here's your first one on this list.
1.
Crash Bandicoot is on this list. Now again, I'd like to emphasize this says 10 video game franchises that keep getting better. So I'm surprised to see Crash on this list, but I also have not the biggest understanding. Like, if my Star Trek Voyager knowledge is as peak and maximum as it clearly has been demonstrated on the show, it pales in comparison to my Crash Bandicoot knowledge pales in comparison. However, author writes that it was introduced on the original PlayStation, established a new mascot for Naughty Dog, who owned the title at the time, went on to create some great sequels, and then the franchise maybe has not been its best since, like Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy or Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, but the mechanics were greatly improved upon, as there were many well-done additions in-game mechanics to this platform. Did I read that right?
No.
Even though some of these franchises' games have not been the best, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, brought the series back. Did I say it right that time?
That's better.
So the point being is there was this arc that went downward and then it came back up. Exactly like I said the first time.
2.
Nailed it.
At least I caught that I realized I said it badly.
Number 2 is Sonic the Hedgehog, which, of course, Sonic has an extremely large video game catalog, but has also spawned many, many other media franchises, whether it's the recent movie series, many, many TV show series, comics, and so much more. Sonic the Hedgehog has brought about so much content. Some of the worst content has been its games. But those hiccups are no more, as Sonic the Hedgehog has, over the years, been waiting for better and new games to come. And lately, we've been getting some better games in terms of Sonic releases. And Sonic Frontiers is coming out soon, and maybe that'll be a good Sonic 3D game.
Maybe. I want you to take number 3.
3.
Because you spoke fondly of this franchise.
Uncharted. Uncharted is fantastic. And unlike some of the, well, all of the two franchises we've talked about that have had a significant like decline and then getting better again, Uncharted has always been pretty good. Uncharted's movie may not have been great, but the games have been fantastic. Author writes, the adventure that the different games take players through continues. What? Sorry, there's an ad in the story that just started playing.
Oh no! And blaring in your headphones.
Really loud. Yeah. Anyways, the adventure of the different games take players on continues to increase in bulk as the series progresses. The story is also a lot more course with the different games progression as it opens up in design. What is this sentence? Uncharted's a great series.
Thank you.
4.
That's exactly the same reason I struggled through the Crash Bandicoot one. Was the writing.
Progression as it opens up in design, creating.
Kingdom Hearts is number 4 on this
So many
list.
pauses in the middle of that.
Kingdom Hearts branched out so far from when it originally was made for PlayStation 2. Series feature games that are exclusive on certain PlayStation and Nintendo systems. The games outshine one another. People have a lot of problems with elements of the plot that the games contain, as the story can feel extremely long and convoluted. But those who have followed it seriously have a lot of love for the games. The combat always gets better with every single release.
5.
Also, the Kingdom Hearts series, some of the names sound like they were created by GMS. Such as Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days and Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance.
I like that first one. That was good.
Yep. And Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix and 2.5 Remix. And then Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue.
As well as Kingdom Hearts Brewmaster's Guide to the Brewing Beer Universe. It's there.
5.
Nice job. Number 5 is The Legend of Zelda. This franchise has expanded in scope over the years. The last entry into the franchise, Breath of the Wild, was, of course, fantastic. And looks like Breath of the Wild 2 is just going to continue on that increase in terms of scope and gameplay. It started its own type of genre within the dungeon crawling genre that it had already perfected.
Genre and genre.
Genre within a genre within a genre.
I want you to have number 6 too.
6.
Number 6 is Super Mario. This works well because you should have number 7.
Yay!
Number 6 is Super Mario, which of course is a franchise that does not disappoint. And the author points out, besides the 1993 movie release, get wrecked. Mario Brothers.
Did it say the 2023 movie release?
No, that's yet to be determined. Every one of the Super Mario platformers has made the Mario world more vibrant in what they expel. Whether it was through great mechanics in space in the Super Mario Galaxy series or cleaning up the beaches in Super Mario Sunshine, the gameplay never disappoints. And Super Mario Odyssey was fantastic, and I'm excited to see what they do next in the 3D space.
7.
Speaking of crappy initial movies that became cult classics, even though I don't think many people regard even the 93 Super Mario Brothers to be a cult classic, I think it's just bad.
It's just garbage.
Yeah. Number 7 on this list is Mortal Kombat, which is my favorite franchise. Over 70 playable characters in the series. And yeah, the new ones that have come out, I mean, they've upped the gore, but they definitely are really beautifully made. So I hope that they've been as good to play. That's one thing I've never really paid attention to. Like, are they broken? Do people get really frustrated with them or not? But they went kind of back to that side-scrolling 2D feel, and ever since they kind of returned to that, it's been pretty okay. So the new movie wasn't bad. It kind of makes me wonder why in the 90s there was such a hesitancy to just do the damn movie. Like, just take the video game material and put it in the movie.
Put it on a pancake.
Luckily, there's no more games on this list that flopped as a movie.
8,
Especially like fighting games.
How about I take this one, because you're going to speak fondly of the other one anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Street Fighter has grown quite a bit since its 1987 release. Fun fact, I told you Mortal Kombat's my favorite franchise. I actually started with Street Fighter 2. I like the game, fun enough. Played Chun-Li and E. Honda probably the most. But yeah, originally an arcade game. I watched it quite a bit in the arcade. The movie was hot garbage, except for apparently whoever played M. Bison had a pretty solid. Well, I guess that person was pretty solid in everything. So he was the guy who played the main Adams from the Addams Family too. Not sure what he played in Star Trek Voyager though.
9,
Sure, he had a cameo. Number 9 is God of War. God of War is a franchise that's been around for a long time. Of course, the original games were touted for being big set piece spectacles and entertaining gameplay, and story was there. The story was good, but definitely not the focus. And then God of War went and reinvented itself, at least narratively speaking, with the 2018 version of God of War, which took Kratos into the Norse mythology world, and gave him a son that he can call boy all the time, which is fantastic. The story is very engrossing in this new version of the franchise, and the gameplay continues to be just as powerful and entertaining as it was before, if not a little bit more nuanced now. And this is apt because the sequel is a week and a half, 2 weeks away. God of War 2 coming in November.
1, 0.
Raul Julia was the name. Raul Julia, who played that M. Bison character.
Nice.
Number 10, the final one on this list, the franchises that are they're like a fine wine. They get better with age, apparently. They keep getting better. This one is Pokemon, which has managed to make a franchise that's alive and well in more facets than any other franchise on this list. Highly successful card game. You have the TV shows. Things have been running for over 20 years. And, of course, all of the games that come out year after year after year. So there you go. That is 10 video game franchises that keep getting better from DualShockers.com.
Nice.
Any that were missed? I guess miss is probably the wrong term, because we had Drew Mega bring up like Tomb Raider and all. Maybe those aren't getting better with age. Gears of War was brought up. Even, heck, we didn't even mention Halo yet.
Yep. And there were lots of different top 10 lists I found. Some of them were just like the 10 best video games ranked in different ways. One of them was like a Screen Rants list that was according to Ranker, and that one was good. But I thought this list was give us an interesting view of some franchises that might have been skipped over otherwise. But yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, I think you did a nice job. Thank you for that. God of War to Ragnarok Boogaloo is what Quiet Time gave me. Wasn't that the Rob Schneider movie?
Yep.
Deuce Bigelow or something like that? Isn't that part of that? Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. Anyway, 7:40 West Coast time. It's 10:40 out east. It is 3:40 for those watching GMS in the UK. Roughly 30 minutes from now, just a little bit over, probably 40 minutes from now, we'll play Whateverland, our September name of the month. We'll continue playing that, but we'll be using our PEAs, Performance Enhancing Assistance, for that. So stick around. We'll play that for about 20 minutes in the final hour crew. After Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. And later on next hour, takeaways that were pretty okay, clip of the day. And our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner right now.
You can news if you wanna.
It's the story that we're tracking at this hour. Let's go name an otter, shall we? I'm game.
His name is Jose.
I like Otter Pop. Why is that not already the winner?
There's got to be some otter in captivity that's named Otter Pop.
Especially like an otter that fathered offspring, like Otter Pop, right? It's got to exist.
There's got to be.
So, this is from Ben Hooper of UPI. A Chicago aquarium needs your help naming a rescued otter. The Shed Aquarium in Chicago, SHEDD, is requesting the public's help with an important decision. We have to name an otter who was rescued. The aquarium said 2 otters, currently known as only Otter 929 and Otter 926, were separated. Or rather, separate.
Those are the names.
Just keep them.
those. Those
Yeah.
just roll off the tongue.
Which one's which again?
It doesn't matter. 929, 926, they're the best of friends. They're never separated.
Oh, that one there is Otter 929. But that, see that one over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Otter 926. Oh. Yeah. They were actually separately rescued at the age of about 2 weeks along the California coast. The aquarium staff will be choosing a name for Otter 926, but the public is able to help with Otter 929. So I'll get one shot at it, Sean. Sorry.
Bummer. So selfish.
You can vote from one of from one of these names.
Boo.
What's the creativity in that?
Boo.
Fine. Go name the otter either Sunny, Jade, or Willow. Whatever.
Boo. Pickle
What?
says you suck.
What could have been? Could have had so many better options, and so we have to suck with Sunny, Jade, or Willow. References to places in California: Sunset Beach, Jade Cove, Willow Creek picnic area and beach.
Beach?
Winning name will be announced on Tuesday. Maybe they only have gone that direction because no one brought to their attention the name Otter Pop, put it on a pancake, Memorial Otter Pop. Guess we'll have to take some people out to the Otter Pop Memorial Otter area.
Also, what are the odds that these 2 otters were rescued separately and they happened to be Otter 929 and 926?
Or,
Wow.
better question, what happened to Otter 927 and Otter 928?
Oh, we don't talk about those 2.
That's like in that Ferdinand animated movie where it's like, well, we don't talk about Trace. Or don't you dare bring up Trace. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. It's one of my favorite bits from that whole movie.
That movie was better than it should have been.
I think
Like, I had such low expectations, and then I watched it, and it was really good.
yeah, okay, I was gonna say, and I think it's even better than, like, I might remember, like, I should put Ferdinand on TV, you know, again, whereas, like, we always watch something else, like, on Disney or something. Yeah, that was a good movie. Except for Peyton Manning. He was horrible in it, but whatever. Not that I have any hard feelings toward Peyton Manning. Well, that person
Why
can
would-
shoot.
Yep.
Keith Anthony's here. Good afternoon in the UK. It's been a fun show so far. We're asking about your favorite franchises because today's Super Mario Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins turn 5 years old. Also taking your favorite fun facts about Star Trek Voyager because Sean and I will match you fact for fact. Probably.
Absolutely.
I have seen Star Trek Voyager,
I know it exists.
so there's that. Oh, I thought you almost had that.
Yeah, me too.
Ow. Man, stingy defense from the blue team. Nothing gets through. Pop it over their heads, Sean.
Nice. I was trying to plow the road, and I just couldn't get there in time.
Plow the road. Doesn't anybody have any missiles left? All right, let's plow the road. Independence Day, 1995.
Nice.
Although I believe some people have said Independence Day is actually a 1996 movie. I don't care, though. It's definitely a 1995 movie. Just because it was released. Oh, was it released exactly on July 4th, 1996? Now I gotta look. Oh, I'm looking at the holiday, not the movie. Oh, yeah. That's also a holiday. Movie. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely a 1996 movie. Oh, it was released July 3rd, 1996. That's good. I like that. Nice shot.
Just came in too hot.
Keith Anthony says, Super Mario, I once completed the very first Super Mario on the Super NES in under 2 hours. With or without warp whistles, though. Wait, that was Super Mario 3. Never mind. You're talking about Super Mario World, right? Yeah, it's Super Nintendo.
For Super Nintendo? Yeah. World.
Because Land was the Game Boy.
Correct.
Yeah. Fun fact, one episode of Star Trek Voyager starred Michael McKean of the Clue movie and Better Call Saul fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know
We
that?
didn't even point that out because we figured everyone knows that one.
Yeah, sorry. We'll make sure to share more of the obvious ones. Quiet. Keith Anthony has a fun fact. Never seen Voyager. Well, there's over 140 some episodes, so meter's running. It's the same when people say Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'm team not Christmas. We don't need to do this today. Keith, what are we doing? Do we really need to have an October 27th discussion about how Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie? I don't think I have the strength for that today.
Yeah. There will be time for that.
Yeah. Dungeon Master KJ, did you know the actor who portrayed... And I always like to say my own little way of saying this name because it's, you know, we're so intimate, Star Trek Voyager and me.
It's like an inside joke.
Yeah. We definitely know exactly who I'm referring to when I say Chakotay. Robert Beltran disliked the show so much he repeatedly tried... Did you know that?
I did.
As shared earlier. But clearly, KJ has as much fandom as us on this show. And of course, just because it snows in the movie, it snowed on Titanic.
Titanic.
Is that a Christmas movie? Well,
We're not gonna get into it, but it does way more than just snow.
but we're not getting into it. Even though Quiet says it's 100% a Christmas movie, but we're not going to talk about it. Chakotay.
GMS does not condone eating chalk.
Ote.
Well, maybe a little chalk is
Okay.
okay.
Maybe a little chalk is okay. Chakotay. See?
I don't think that's true.
Does it matter at this point?
No.
7:50 West Coast time. It's a 10:51 now on the East Coast, and 3:51 where those are watching GMS in the afternoon. It's time for sports. Yesterday, we'll get some of the scoreboard stuff. We also have a story of a trade in the NFL involving your Philadelphia Birds. And then the World Cup is getting closer, so we have a story to share with that as well. I watched a little bit of sports yesterday. I watched Miami beat Portland 119-98 in the NBA. And then I followed that up by watching Sports.Gaming play Call of Duty while the Lakers lose to the Nuggets in the background.
Nice.
The Lakers are 0-4.
It's not good.
Good thing I don't love baseball or basketball, because if I loved basketball, being a Lakers fan would be real tough.
Yeah. Man, 0-4. When's the last time the Lakers started 0-4?
Can't laugh. NHL, there were only 3 games yesterday. Islanders beat the Rangers 3-0. Edmonton over St. Louis 3-1. And Tampa Bay took care of Anaheim 4-2. Let's give Quiet I Am Gaming a celebratory goal score sounder for a 4-2 win at Anaheim. Good job having a hockey team.
Nice.
Tampa Bay's evened its record 4-4. The Ducks are 1-5-1. Get wrecked, Anaheim.
The last time the Lakers started 0-4 was just in 2015. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but,
I thought it'd be longer.
other NBA winners: Atlanta, Cleveland, Milwaukee, the Knicks in overtime, Chicago, Toronto, Minnesota, Utah, and then, as I mentioned, Denver and Miami. There was apparently some controversy yesterday in the Champions League with Harry Kane. I'm assuming that's what Superfan reported earlier. I have no information on that, so I'm just going to move to the other things I know, which is the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles have acquired 3-time Pro Bowl defensive end Robert Quinn from the Chicago Bears in exchange for a 4th-round pick in 2023. Quinn, slow start, just 1 sack, 3 quarterback hits, but last year he broke Hall of Famer Richard Dent's franchise record with 18.5 sacks in a resurgent season. So the undefeated Eagles get a little bit stronger with a trade.
Not bad.
Your Birds 10 a.m. kickoff on Sunday against Pittsburgh. So. Australian soccer team has issued a 3-minute video highlighting Qatar's human rights record, including a treatment of foreign workers and restrictions on the LGBTQI+ community, and demanding genuine reform as a legacy of the Gulf country's staging of the World Cup. That is from the Associated Press. In the video, 16 players read a sentence or two each from a statement. Football Australia also released a separate statement that said, quote, "The tournament has been associated with suffering for some migrant workers and their families, and this cannot be ignored," end quote. The gas-rich emirate has been fiercely criticized in the past decade for its treatment of migrant workers, mostly from South Asia, who were needed to build tens of billions of dollars worth of stadiums, metro lines, roads, and hotels. As we kind of shift our attention, this is me speaking, to the World Cup, it's important not lose sight of some of those specific human rights issues. So as you, of course, celebrate soccer and enjoy the tournament, because the World Cup is a big deal, same kind of thing as we did with the Olympics recently, right? Continue to remember the aspects of it that are important. So. Let me boost my captions back up, and I will tell you about the story from Olympic Talk, which is a website. This is about an Olympic snowboard medalist who had won an Olympic medal, but in the process lost an Olympic bet. This is a good story. Recently paid up John Schrerer of he's a Swiss snowboarder. Last year accepted a bet from his wife, Sasha, who gave birth to their daughter in May. If he won an Olympic half-pipe medal, he had to get a tattoo of her choosing. So he won. He's like, I thought, well, if I'm going to end up in the top 3, I'm not going to care about anything like that anyway. So I said, yeah, sure. Won the bronze medal. He actually moved Shaun White to 4th place in the last contest of his career. And so 8 months later, got the tattoo just above one of his knees. He said that Sasha drew it, his wife, and the design was inspired by Hiller Goodspeed. It features a person wearing Olympic rings across their chest, and a dunce cap with number 3 on it, and the person in a banner reading, "Good, but not the best."
Nice.
That's pretty good. I'll share that story in the chat if you want to take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to win a medal, what am I going to care if I have a weird tattoo for the rest of my life? No biggie. So, all right, that's your sports. Update from Aura. I was training American football, came against a DB, had a slant and go route, took his inside leverage and took his outside leverage, then burnt him. He's our starting corner, too. Nice work. Aura continues the quest as a wide receiver. Sorry, I've been half paying attention when I put the vegetable chili in the crock pot. Also, that is the only Voyager fact I know, even after watching it twice through. Lol. We'll have a KJBR Voyager producer. So.
Voyager expert.
Next hour, we'll play some Whateverland. We will also have takeaways that were pretty okay, clip of the day, and more. Thank you for being here, Hefty Goof and Sports Talk Gaming. It is the Thursday edition of the show, October 27th, 2022, and you have us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Final Hour crew next. A soft one. I believe if I eat all my vegetables, I actually will get dessert. Is that a better one? A little softer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got to say hi to Bear Bear because today is National No Rhyme, No Reason Day. Does that mean I don't have to rhyme?
Sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Bear Bear, show up.
Please.
Oh, please.
Only I'm allowed to be aggressive.
Bear Bear. Telling you, brother. But twist those claws off. And stick them right up your
Nose.
nose. Yep. How'd you know I was going to say nose?
Because I know you very well.
Oh, you knows me.
Oh, nose.
Ah, oh, nose. These are both fans of Less Sun. I know your wife is clearly not, because your wife gave me a thumbs down on that. Do you like when the sun goes away?
I don't necessarily like it being constantly rainy for 9 months, which is what we get. But I don't want it to be hot, and that's why I like fall. Is we get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
Pumpkin spice latte time!
It's Paul.
It's Paul. Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul. All right. I think I want to go with chickens. What do you say about chickens?
Ooh, I was leaning towards field day
Okay,
games.
we'll go field day. No, because that was actually what chat voted for, too. Groggy says, wait until you hear Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and your ABCs back-to-back, Hefty. Right? Think about that, too, because, I mean, if I had the skill and I was, able to do the physical demand that it takes, because I know that's something that it's a physical line of work, right? I don't think I can handle the actual, grossness of the snapping of the bones. Ugh.
I know. I think it's settled. Radiology. That's your specialty.
Radiology, where I don't even touch the patient. I'd be like a virtual doctor. I like that.
Yeah, with good equipment, you could even do that from home.
Yeah.
Interpret X-rays and imaging. Piece of cake.
Well, I have been in radio all my life.
Radiology.
Radiology. In your office is celebrating today. Maybe it's your second grade teacher's birthday. However that goes down, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you. Ooh, Bossa Nova. So I think this one's on the chopping block.
That's too bad.
You like this one?
It's fine.
Okay, no, I do like this one. We have to start getting rid of some of these. This one's very elevator-y, though. It's like, welcome to the GMS Lounge. It's time for birthdays. On this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate today, please let us know. Because we would like to celebrate with you. Oh, yeah. But like, it's nuts. I like let the cat outside, and I was like, "Woo! It's a little crispy out there. I love it."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
been
gonna be
great.
nestled with my blanket and my coffee.
I'm not nestled with anything.
You don't have your blanket nor your coffee, do you?
Cozy.
I hate to tell you, I think your blanket's a little bit too small. Don't sneeze into your blanket, y'all. Bad choice. Bad choice. Scott Chick says, it do be crispy. Blankets are a must. Oh, Down said, that is the saddest blanket.
Yeah. Oh. It wasn't for me. It was for him.
It's a
That's better.
perfect size blanket now.
Tell your friends, tell your mom. Gaming morning show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Join our Discord and become a Patreon. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. And follow us on Twitter @WatchGMS. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is the Thursday edition, October 27th, 2022. Welcome to the Final Hour crew.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
Sean and Hefty this morning. It's good to see you. You can follow us on Twitter individually as well. Sports.gaming on the left, Hefty Goof on the right. And as mentioned, @WatchGMS, we broadcast the first 2 hours of Gaming Morning Show on Twitter Spaces. And then we go into the Final Hour crew on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningshow.tv.
Hello, FHC.
There's rumors also that you might be able to take soon Gaming Morning Show out with you as a podcast. So we'll tell you more about that coming up sometime next week. We told you about naming otters at a Chicago zoo. We also told you about a deer running amok in a South Carolina restaurant. It is National American Beer Day, National Civics Day, National Black Cat Day, and it is also Navy Day. So those are some of the days of the day that we're also tracking on this morning radio show that plays games. We're asking you as well, what is your favorite video game franchise? As today, Assassin's Creed Origins and Super Mario Odyssey were released 5 years ago, again on October 27th. We've seen Arturo try to take away Sean's sleeping or sitting spot. I don't know, do you sleep in that chair?
I have fallen asleep in the chair. I don't try to sleep in it on purpose.
Accidental sleeping spot. And then, of course, Bear is here this morning as well.
Hello, FHC.
KJ, RHS Jack. Jack's been making a return to the streaming world. You can find Jack at twitch.tv/RHSJack. Aura has been here this morning as well. We've seen Quiet I Am Gaming. Keith Anthony stopped in as well this morning. Thank you for being here. King Gray, Superphonic, K-Laugh, Quiet I Am Gaming, Gabe Pride as well. And then I Am JF Downs has tried his damnedest to be here this morning despite having to be at work. Groggy or Die, and many, many others. Whoever I may have missed, my apologies, but thank you for lurking, listening, and hanging out with us this morning. By the way, yesterday I used Weekend of the Week when someone asked me what day it was. It went over very strangely. Lol.
Went about as well as you'd expect it to.
I mean, I don't know why it's not more intuitive. I mean, you should be able to say Weekend of the Week, and that person should have been like, oh yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. People will get it eventually.
I mean, listen, I'm still waiting for more stories of someone being like, yeah, I was talking to a colleague, and they were like, yeah, we need to get on the phone with our other colleagues in the UK. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. I'm sure it happens, at least if nothing else, in your brains.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. We are inviting you to take your outlandish guesses into the rest of this week. We have today and tomorrow, because after that, if we have a streak going into next week, we're not gonna mess around with this game. It's a very serious thing. Very serious.
Yeah.
Don't
Now's
screw it
the
up.
time.
Don't screw it up. Except for this week, you can screw it up. Otherwise, don't do it. Bear's watching you.
Bear's always watching.
You better watch out. Better not. All right.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
Or, as an alternative, you can always check the all-time record and don't let the kid dangling their here wrong emblems yet less, damn it, monster bites, silly unique rapscallion. It's a great name.
It's a good name.
Yeah. We're going to start with 33 banked balloons this morning. We open up with desserts and Vanellope von Schweetz.
G.
Bob wants a G. I don't remember Bob playing this game very often, but he usually more narrates it.
Jack wants the number 2.
F. T. W. O.
All right, I'm going to do it. F, T, W, O. I'm just kidding. An L and an E. Scott Chick. Hello, Scott Chick. Thank you for staying with us as well. Scott Chick was first this morning.
The Nintendogs live under Scott Chick's bed.
I think that's my new favorite.
There's so many of them, too, though. Bob's so good. Chat, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a Bob.
Everyone needs a Bob.
Potato Eclipse of the Heart.
Even when Bob doesn't know the tunes that Bob's supposed to sing.
Especially when Bob doesn't know the tunes.
We had an L and an E.
L. E. Yes.
And then we just had guesses of R and T.
R. T.
So we're still stuck on desserts and sweets.
Now served at Candy Bar. Green things that aren't lime or green apple. Like kale, broccoli, or cilantro.
Let's try an O from K-Laugh.
O. Yes. O. O. Yes.
KJ says, a fun fact, you can adopt GMS as Bob. That is absolutely true.
Won't you adopt me?
Patreon.com/GamingMorningShow. Dole Whip, spelled very oddly. Was gonna guess Gobi or Mojave, but there ain't no L, says Jack.
L. No.
That's my favorite Sesame Street character. Elno. We have a guess of Jay from KJ, and then we have a guess of Molasses from K-Laugh.
Cracked.
K-Laugh gets it. The big S's at the end.
S. Cha-ching.
We baked 2 balloons. We continue a streak from 35 balloons. We shift to outer space. That's right. The puzzle is outer space.
In space. Space. Space.
Nice job, K-Laugh.
Exclamation point.
We are going to be playing Whatever Land coming up in about 5 to 6 minutes. Sean is making preparations.
Yes. Remember the sound was a complicated thing. I think we're good though.
Just use all the steps.
I forgot to take detailed notes on what I had to do to make the sound work.
It's all right. My favorite clip from yesterday's thing that you did on Sports.Gaming was you realizing your alerts were tied to your camera.
I still have no idea how that happened.
It was hilarious. That's how it happened. Oh, I don't think I have that clip ready to go, but I'll oh no, I can pull it up. We have a black hole guess from K-Laugh.
That's a big swing.
It is not, nor does this puzzle contain a C, because I accidentally misclicked. So always fun when I misclick. I'm gonna go R.
R. Ding, ding, ding.
Did it. Outer space is your category. It's not solar, but it's not solar either. Accidentally, it was an accident-ish. K-Laugh guesses star.
Space rats. Oh, it's star backwards.
North Star from Copia. You're cracked.
Cracked.
Welcome, it's Copia. It's good to see you. Copia was at yesterday's event as well with Sports.Gaming.
Cracked.
It's always nice having some copia time.
Copia Time was the name of my band in high school.
It's a good name.
All right, last one. This one is Animals. Animals. Good band in high school. S.
S. No.
Snow.
Just posted in our Discord is Sean realizing that his alerts are tied to his camera, and it's hilarious. Jackson go Velociraptor kids.
Now that's a big swing.
I'll take the E out of there instead of the V. Nope, you know what? Fine. V2. Whatever. We're taking big swings this week.
That's a big swing.
Let's try the... Oh, we already tried the S. N from K-Laugh.
N. Yes.
Nice work. Double N. Yeah, Dick Cakeson is probably my favorite thing that's come from Gotham Knights so far.
Yeah, and it keeps coming back.
It never goes away.
A.
Harley Quinn was
Cha-ching.
commenting a lot about our butt as well.
Really?
Yeah. She knows.
Mountain Goat from K-Laugh. K-Laugh is cracked.
Cracked.
Nice work. We actually can squeeze in one more. I didn't think we'd go that fast, so there you go.
Nice.
Ooh, another Animals. Another one. Jack says, I'm out. I don't know many animals with one N, let alone two. That's Jack's breaking point. It's like, nope. I have one rule in life. No double N's in my animals. Ooh, Quiet goes, K-Laugh is our mountain goat.
R. Cha-ching.
Is this Velociraptor kids just spaced differently? That's such a good guess, Jack. Doberman Pinscher. That's what you're going with?
That's a big swing.
Oh, but yeah, it won't work now. An E from quiet.
E. Yes.
Cashmere. I gotta check captions just a sec. Cashmere. Oh, okay, it's fine. I thought it said something about Kardashians, and I was very confused. I'm gonna go R. It's already guessed. I'm gonna go S.
S. No.
N from quiet.
N. Cha-ching.
Nice.
Mackerel. Well, Calaf has part of it.
Yes.
I bet it's Atlantic. I know that because I can see it first.
I would concur with Atlantic.
Quiet M Gaming had the other half. Calaf and Calaf Light combined for the win. Jack gives us Alanis Mackerel.
Analis Morissette.
50 balloons, which back in the day used to be a significant achievement. Now we can still throw that all away tomorrow if you want to. It'd be fine with me. But I won't tell you again. Next Monday, it's our
Better
limit.
be on it.
So.
Better be ready.
All right. Yeah, cue up the game. Let's play some Whateverland. This is our September name of the month. Sean and I need to use artificial performance enhancers. APs. Advanced Ps.
Looks like a good place right there.
Right smack in the middle.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to go here, get rid of Rocket League, get rid of you, and then bring you back.
I'm gone.
Perfect. Oh, I made it bigger than last time, but that's actually good. Okay, well, we'll live with that for a second. Your camera will be on screen also in a second, so I'll be able to fix that. Let's do an audio check. I'm going to turn down our music.
And game audio up. What is it?
Hear nothing so far.
Oh. It's because there's no music right here. Let's make him go do something. Okay.
Yeah, we can hear it. You can send us a little bit more. Okay, and then you can go with your camera up quite a bit.
And up we go. I'm using. Oh God, what a calamity! I was using the cursor in the game.
All right, I think that looks pretty good. Here we go. Bam.
All right, cool. All right, get that back. And all right, I have control. All right, so what we learned. Actually, I think we talked to him enough. We need to talk to everybody.
But didn't we do that last time?
But we
Did
didn't
you
like
finally get my rudder?
fully talk to everybody.
No,
So we're
but I
gonna
found it.
go through.
Oh, really?
Huge
And we're
raven
gonna
over there.
exhaust
Daddy?
all these options because we already know
Fine.
what to do. Which is we need to get the cheese and give this to the bird. But we don't know that we need the cheese for the bird yet because we didn't talk to the bird enough.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go talk to the bird some more.
Like, what happened to all the fancy accordion music?
Yeah, I don't know where's our music gone?
Yes?
Are you sure you can't give me the rudder?
Did I stutter? You're not
Jeez.
getting it
Bird
unless
temperature.
Unless... what?
you bring me something French which smells funny.
That's very literal almost.
That's weirdly specific.
An
Yeah,
artist's
okay.
desires may be rather unconventional.
Fine. I'll think of something.
How about cheese? Okay.
Yes?
Oh. We can give him a shoe.
Do I look like I need this?
What do you mean? It's not your true form.
I see you're new here. This world slowly changes everyone who ends up here, one way or another. It brings out your true nature. I guess I can be considered lucky, as I've seen people turning into horrible creatures or ending up disfigured for eternity.
Farewell.
Later.
Goodbye.
Quote the Raven.
So, so now we know he needs the cheese. So now let's go back and see if we can
I
get the
love Vincent's run, his little trot.
cheese. Yeah.
I'm still here.
I'll get going.
Oh, that's not the one I meant.
I'm still here.
This one.
Hey, can you help me with something?
Does it involve getting me out of captivity?
Yes, actually. I need you to make some noise to distract that crazy guy so I can steal his cheese.
I don't see how stealing his cheese has anything to do with my escape. But I guess I have no other choice but to trust you. Have you tried talking to him first?
Whoa, that's
I
very
don't think
threatening.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
it is. Oof. Okay. I'm gonna go that way. I got an achievement. And then the game's all done. There we go.
I feel like the guy's still looking at you.
He's most definitely still looking.
Nothing to see here.
He might have just. He could have just yelled out, literally, distracting noises. Would have been the same.
This is the Raven wrestler taunts and awaits the music to hit.
Yes?
Enjoy this cheese.
Are you trying to bribe me with food?
This is literally what you asked for.
Yeah, this is.
I'm not sure it's French, but it definitely smells like it.
Fair enough. You know how to convince a starving artist. I'll give you that. Here, take the rudder.
We did it.
Thank you.
But before you go, you must absolutely hear my new poem.
He looks so unthrilled.
Okay.
By the road so blue yet homely, haunted by dark witches only, where reigns Beatrice at night, on a blooded throne sits tight. I have roamed this absurd land, touched by fire, your lonely friend. It's not finished yet, so I'd appreciate a second opinion.
Maybe I can provide some Bear inspiration.
Let's go with. Let's just be nice. We're gonna just be nice. Say it's beautiful.
Beautiful. And I mean it.
Finally, I knew you were a man of culture. I wish you luck on your journey, my friend.
Hello, FHC.
It's good to see Element of One. We're playing through Whateverland, which was our September name of the month. Thank you for being here this morning. We are asking you what your favorite video game franchise is. Right now, we just figured out with our performance-enhancing assistants what to do. Are we bartering at this point? Is this kind of what...
It's all just different fetch quests.
What do you want?
Is that what
He
you
needs
need?
the rudder.
Yes,
The
exactly.
rudder's with the raven.
But how
the
did you
raven
get
needs
it?
the cheese.
I couldn't find it anywhere.
I don't know why she swallowed the cheese.
A professional never reveals his methods.
Whatever. The most important thing is that now I can finally finish my helicopter. I never thought I'd say it, but I'm very grateful. What can I do for you in return?
I don't even remember.
Give me the key from that cabinet.
Oh yeah, we're getting the
and
guy
we're
out.
Fine, you can have it. Just please be careful with that charlatan.
The
I
who?
certainly will.
The
luck.
Charlatan?
Yeah, the Charleston.
Is that a person from Charlotte?
Yep.
All right.
All right, now we can let the guy out of the cabinet.
Why didn't you take the cheese?
I did.
We did.
What?
Forget it. I'll find another
I
way.
don't- I think
No way.
that was a glitch.
Free at last. Nice to see that I was saved by a handsome young man. Together we will be invincible.
He's floating.
By the way, I'm Nikolai, but you can call me Nick.
Hey, Nick.
And you are?
I'm Vincent.
All right, Vincent.
I know my voice
Shall
line.
we start?
Shall we start what? Oh, hey!
What?
You should
Our
write this
journey
game.
to escape this place, obviously. Let's go somewhere nicer, and I'll answer all your questions. I'm sure you have plenty.
What's that supposed to mean?
Sure. Lead the way.
Oh, the helicopter actually worked.
There it goes.
But that house is gonna fall down, isn't it?
Oh.
How convenient. I hope he didn't need that.
Oh, hey, a lever. We needed one of those, too.
What lever? Wrong lever!
All right, well, that's... Also, I'm pretty sure I told Nick to lead the way. Why am I leading the way?
Follow me, but lead the way. Thank you.
Lead the way behind me, please.
Can you check your captions really quick?
Don't they like us?
Steins Gate says, Jack, a visual novel with hundreds of hours of click to the next page content, no action, technically a franchise, and a game. Nice work. Train Simulator was Copia's answer. Wait, is Train Simulator a franchise?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, Sean.
Uh-huh.
Mark. Shania. Choo Choo. Once all three Twains were united. So good.
It is really
Let's
good.
get out of here.
Oh, perfect. See how this game is moving along once we use the
All we
cheat?
just had to talk to that stupid Raven a little bit more. We got ahead of ourselves.
Now,
There's
will
the
you
music.
tell me what's going on?
I'll try to keep it short. You did something to upset Beatrice, didn't you? Well, the thing is that she's an ancient and powerful witch. So she sent you here, to a place where she throws away stuff she doesn't need, or people she can't stand. It exists in some kind of a weird loophole or whatever, so nobody can get in or get out of here themselves. Also, time works differently here, so nobody ever dies. At least not physically, if you know what
Oh,
I
I
mean.
love
So,
incorporated
people
title
don't age.
sequences in
It's
movies
just
and
your soul that
everything.
gets wrinkled.
It's
Not
one of
your
my
face.
favorites.
That's not too bad. What happened?
Oh, it happens all the time. What do you think this bucket of rocks is here for?
What?
Nice shot.
The thing is, this place brings out the worst in people. And when they give in to their vices, which we all have plenty of,
The
they
bucket
begin
of
to
rocks is
transform
for.
in different ways.
Yeah, I already talked to a bird. Is this why you have ghost legs?
Bingo! Some of us get used to the changes, but I don't fancy becoming an actual ghost at all. And the worst part is that you can't predict these things. It just happens, or doesn't.
Do you need rocks to shoot at the
Have you
birds?
ever seen a baby pigeon? Because I haven't. Isn't that weird? Maybe they're sacrificing them to some pigeon god.
To some.
But then, why haven't they all died out?
Why'd they come back?
Questions, questions.
The helicopter. Whoa!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay.
By the way, what did you do to yourself?
On the truck ground.
I tried to steal some fancy necklace from her.
Just someone
Thought she was just a lonely crone with a
casually
fortune.
dying in
not
the
an actual
background.
witch.
Why would you do that?
I'm a thief. That's what I do.
Well, you better not steal anything here. Don't forget what I told you about this world bringing out the worst in people.
It's a goat! It's Calaf!
This is ridiculous.
It is! It really
Come on,
is!
these are just
Let's throw it at
sheep.
this one first. Oh, it won't let me.
Did you
Hello?
miss?
I don't know.
How rude. Let's go, Philip.
You were saying something about getting out of here.
This game is funny.
Right. I already told you that nobody can get in or get
The
out of here
writing is
themselves.
very good.
But there is, in fact, a way to summon Beatrice and graciously ask her to let us
KJ
know.
is asking about voice actors. I am looking.
A long time ago, Beatrice left a spell to the first inhabitants of this world, which allowed them to summon her. But humans are greedy bastards, so everybody wanted to have it for themselves. In the end, they tore it into pieces, and each of them took one. Everyone thinks it's just a legend. But I know the spell exists. We just need to get all 7 pieces. That's funny. I could have crossed this ravine without the cable car. I keep forgetting that I can fly, you know?
No, I don't.
Fantastic.
I don't know how to find this kind of
Alright.
stuff, to be honest.
So what's the catch?
There's no catch. You see, I'm not very well liked here for a completely unknown reason, given my charming nature. Also, my semi-ghost situation keeps getting worse. That's why I need
Semi-ghost.
your help. Are you in?
I'm in.
I knew you were the one to get me out of here.
Oh, and one more thing. Does this place have a name or something?
Thank
Ah, sure. It's called
Copium.
Whateverland.
Whatever. What?
Whateverland.
Oh, so Philip Champion. Philip Champion is the name of the person who does Vincent's voice, but the creator of the game that we had on last week, Philip, is the voice of Nick.
Oh, nice.
And that interview's on our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. So you should check that out. We got about 5 more minutes left. Let's keep playing.
Look, a friend. I'm assuming.
Maybe. Do you have to throw rocks at them too? Nope.
Never mind.
Did he just...
Yeah, he did.
We should help him.
Sure. Why not? His shack is right under the bridge. Ah, my dear Francois, when are you going to give up trying?
Oh.
It's a jumping
I still
spot.
can't believe he jumped like it was nothing.
I'll take the ladder, though.
Oh. So are you alive?
Yes? I'm not alive. Hello, Francois.
Hello.
I just saw you jump from that bridge.
So?
I mean, you're alive.
Oh, you're new here, right? No one can die in Whateverland. Sadly.
Really?
I already told you nobody can die here. Were you even listening?
Oh. Yeah, you did tell me that. It's just not every day that people jump off bridges right in front of me.
Don't worry. You'll get used to it.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Actually, Nick has a point. After a couple 100 years, you get used to the craziest things. A failed suicide will seem trivial soon enough.
So, are you okay?
Is anyone? Wait. Don't answer. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. It sounded way better in my head. I always say stupid things like that. Anyway,
Oh,
it depends on what you mean by okay. Physically, I'm more than okay. Which honestly sucks. And if you're asking about my mental state, I don't think I was ever okay to begin with. Some people just aren't made for happiness, I
Aw.
suppose.
Francois.
I know what you
Let's
mean.
go with this.
I hope you find something worth living for.
Do you? I don't know whether I should feel happy about someone understanding what I'm talking about, or sad that you had to go through something like that. I'm very bad with words.
So,
Sorry.
with a game
I'm
like
sorry.
this,
I'd like to be alone if you don't mind.
Sure. Take care.
does every dialogue interaction change the direction the game goes? Typically?
They can. I don't
For some
get the
reason, looking
sense
at
that
fire always
this
made me
one
nervous.
is going to be too drastic.
Okay. Jacket said,
So it's more of a style choice more than anything else.
Jacket said, not gonna lie, I love the art style in this game, and the shoes tossed on the phone line. Also, Copia has seen a baby pigeon for what it's worth. But no, this art style is really engaging. I love it.
That's why I can't interact with anything.
Was there a parrot? Or a canary? Or maybe even a
canary?
goldfinch?
Oh, I can take the yarn ball.
That'll be good for a cat later.
I'll find use for you.
Were those flies
Was he
that flew up?
poisoning the rats? Or...
Maybe.
Someone has a nice taste in books.
Nice.
Oh, that could be a
Someone
talking
has a
voice.
nice taste in books.
Still.
Was he poisoning the rats?
Still.
Or...
What's this?
Was he poisoning the rats? Or...
So all the poisons say the same thing. It's good to know. All right. Does he want to talk anymore? Now I have yarn. Does he want to talk about it?
Still.
Nope.
Nope. Don't
He
get
doesn't want to talk about it.
We don't talk about yarn balls.
Guess we'll get out of here. See what else is over here.
Nick, give us some more information, shall you?
I found a bar.
Nice. Oh, good. You can go in.
Oh, look, shady characters.
Someone
Nick,
scratching
there
the
you
booty
are.
at the bar.
I haven't seen you in weeks.
Did you miss me?
You wish. Who's that with
This
you?
guy down here
This
is a crazy
is Vincent. He just got here, so
Their
don't
shoes
mind
just
his whole
moving on their
lost
own.
puppy. Vincent, meet Fida, the owner of this place and the most charming lady in Whateverland.
Charmed. I'm sure I don't look like a lost puppy, Nick.
You do, actually.
Oh.
But not like a sad, beaten dog.
That's good.
At least your face doesn't make me want to adopt you.
Right, but I
Was that a
quite
compliment or
like this
don't
little
know.
angry
I don't know.
puppy look. You could say I already adopted him.
No, you didn't. I'm not a dog.
Yet.
If you don't mind, I'll leave you to discuss your relationship alone. I have other customers.
Okay.
The ones that actually pay. Don't think I forgot that you owe me, Nick.
But they're not your favorites, are they? Vincent, let's get to the table, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have a table. Those shoes are here too. What?
Are those fleas?
I don't know.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
What are these things?
Meet the Bukashes. A long time ago, they built this fancy prison for us. But we're friends now.
The fancy
All right,
prison.
but why are they on my table?
They've chosen you.
Have chosen me.
You heard me. They are your team now. Judging by the look on your face, you're not a teamwork kind of guy. But don't fret. They're professionals.
Professionals at what?
At playing Bell and Bones, obviously. You could say that it's a game we play here. But it's not just a game. It's an essential part of any Whateverlander's daily existence. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Well, this is unfortunately where we have to haul off. It's 8:40 West Coast time.
Yeah.
What a fun resume spot though when we come back next week.
Indeed.
So, all right, there you go. That's Whateverland on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. That is our September name of the month. Let me find the link, or actually, Kopi has been doing a great job helping me. If Kopi, you can find the link to Whateverland and throw that into our chat, would certainly appreciate it so that we can share that with others. Sean is still in Whateverland. Come back!
I'm itty bitty.
Come back! Hello. It looks like you're looking over like the bar at yeah, you're like trying to order. It's like, excuse me, excuse me.
Can I get some milk?
It's available on Steam, and again, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. That's where you can find the interview with Phil Zybkovitz, which I didn't get Phil's last name pronunciation before the interview last week, or else I'd be better equipped to share that with you, so my fault. That was a lot of fun, though. It was fun to hear about the non-linear nature of that game, which, you know, we talked about that just now, right? With what we should be clicking on and such, does it have an effect? So depends on which route you take initially, it sounds like. So.
Indeed.
All right. Give me a touch more volume and we'll get into the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, a recap of the video game headlines of the day. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay, chat? What is something you learned from today's show? We'll get to those in a moment. I'll also send you somewhere if you're watching on Twitch. Thank you to Dick Cakeson for the follow on Twitch. We love your work in Gotham Knights.
That's my favorite.
You can even send a little bit.
I don't know. I nothing changed.
Weird.
Nothing changed. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Just turn it up here. All right. Anyway, what are your headlines of the morning? What is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews? Here's once again hashtag Video Game Expert Sean.
Good morning. It is still Thursday, October 27th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. Somewhere over here, I have more windows. I have so many windows all of a sudden. The first piece of news that we talked about this morning is a little bit of sad news out of the world of Sega. That is the fact that Reiko Kodama, pioneering Sega developer, has passed away at the age of 58. She was integral in a lot of Sega games and franchises, including Phantasy Star, Skies of Arcadia, and she worked quite a bit on the Sonic franchise as well. She started her game development journey in the 1980s when she started as a graphic designer for Master System and Sega Genesis games like Altered Beast and Sonic the Hedgehog, and she went on to work in various capacities at Sega until 2018, finishing as lead producer on the Sega compilation title Sega Ages. She was also awarded in 2019 with the Pioneer Award at GDC 2019. Hope her family is doing well and she rests in peace. And our second piece of news this morning, we talked about Xbox and the fact that they might be joining Sony in the price increases that we've talked about earlier this year, both in hardware and subscription and software sales. This all came out of an interview with Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, who said, quote, I do think at some point we'll have to raise the price on certain things, but going into this holiday season, we thought it was important to maintain our prices. So no changes right now, but look out next year. We might be seeing some price increases in the Xbox world. And lastly, it's the end of October, which means it's time to talk about games that we will get to play for free in November. First up, as always, is the PlayStation Plus announcement. We have Neo 2, which is the 2020 follow-up to the action RPG Neo. Harry Potter Lego Collection, which includes Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4 and Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. And then Heavenly Bodies, which launched in December of 2021 for the PlayStation systems and PC, which has challenges and objectives inspired by space exploration missions of the 1970s. That actually sounds pretty interesting and probably worth checking out, especially for free. Out today, we had some highlights such as Buddy Simulator 1984 out on Switch, yet to confirm whether or not that's any tie-in to spooky stuff or not. Ryan will not be Googling that for us. But our name of the morning went to the fantastically named Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator out on PlayStation's, Xbox's, Switch, and PC.
It really is a good name, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
I wonder what it's about.
It's probably about driving buses.
Probably. Or it's maybe the continuation of Train Simulator, which apparently there are plenty of. So, thank you for being here. It was a lot of fun. I do like the fact we get to play a little bit of that game from Caligari Games, Whateverland. If you want to find it, thank you for posting that link in the chat. Very much appreciate that. It's Copia, and thank you for sharing some of your favorite franchise answers. Like I said, Mortal Kombat, it's been kind of with me as a constant since I was a kid, and yeah, it's still a fun game that I like to watch. I really enjoyed the list too. Let me share that one more time, which was Sean's find, which is video game franchises that kind of just keep getting better.
And better and better.
We'll be back tomorrow as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Also, check us out 12:30 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow on Twitter Spaces. We'll do a GMS week in review. And last but not least, please follow, if you haven't already, Sports.Gaming on Twitch, because you are going to be on the air again, possibly tonight or for sure tonight. I can't remember.
For sure tonight. I just don't know if it's going to be as long as I was hoping to. I was hoping to be able to wrap up the campaign, but with our later start yesterday due to updates, I don't think that's going to happen. But for sure tonight, 8 to 8:30-ish, depending on when kids settle down so that I can get on.
And, of course, you'll have to be ready for the next Call of Duty update, which I'm sure comes through tonight. So,
absolutely. It'll probably hit the PlayStation at 7:55.
Today's Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner goes to somebody who jumped in very quickly and answered our topic of the day and then went on to share some other fantastic anecdotes, which was super fun. We had the likes of the description of, it's been 4 years and 51 weeks since I first picked up Super Mario Odyssey, and then Superphonic continued to talk about getting wrecked Harry Kane, because of course Harry Kane made a mistake, and brought to our attention that, we hadn't talked in so long. Not that we didn't know this, but we just hadn't talked for so long about the fact that today, actor Robert Picardo, who, while yes, in the Wonder Years and China Beach, is clearly one of the best characters ever, the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager, who is 69 today. 69.
Nice.
So, thank you, Superphonic.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
We are more healthily informed because of you today. Brought to you by Diet Sunken Storage. All right, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay after the clip of the day? The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day.
Toot, toot.
Whatever sound you were making yesterday. It's on our Twitter. Ugh, crap.
Oh, my goodness.
Superfox says, we're brushing up on our Star Trek Voyager, aren't we, Hefty? Yes, we are.
Indeed.
As in Robert Picardo.
Did you know that Dwayne Johnson got one of his earliest acting roles on an episode of Star Trek Voyager?
Yes.
Because I did. I remember that episode. That was that episode where and then the end was really good because remember?
It was such not only do I remember, but I feel like I lived it again with your excellent recount of that exact moment in time.
Yeah. Hopefully it came through for everyone.
Yeah, I heard everything that you said yet again in perfect stereo. So
nice.
Yeah, it was there. I mean, if you want Star Trek Voyager facts, that proved that we clearly shared those this morning, and everyone could hear every word.
I can't lay it out any more clear than that.
So if you don't get it, that's on you, chat. It's not our fault.
Yeah. Did captions at least pick it up?
I'm sure. In fact, actually, as we get into the finale of today's show and we send you somewhere on Twitch, we're going to play some of the GMS best moments from today. I didn't clip that much today, so we'll not only get to see the clip of the day yet again, but we'll also have some clips from yesterday. So I'm sure if you want to check the captions, it'll be all right there. So
I'm sure it's there. I'm sure.
Okay. We're going to send you over to Fox T, who's doing a charity week stream for Blue Cross playing Planet Zoo. I'm Fox, she, they, a variety gamer with a love for story-driven and indie games. I'm chaotic, small, and confused 80% of the time. Come say hi or lurk along if you'd be so kind as to say good morning from GMS. Sports.Gaming, what is your takeaway that is pretty okay?
My takeaway is that apparently on this Thursday, Arturo did not want me to participate in the show. He also didn't want to participate himself. He was staying off camera, and when I got up to take a break, he stole my chair. I had no interest in getting up.
Maybe he's just cold and liked your body heat, your booty heat.
My booty heat.
Your dick cakes him. My takeaway that was pretty okay is Harry Kane! Apparently had a controversy yesterday, so...
course, of course.
Oh, and also, if you're going to win an Olympic gold medal, you might as well also bet a tattoo on it. So,
yeah, why not?
Sports.gaming tonight. Check it out. What time are you on the air, roughly?
Between 8 and 8:30, hopefully closer to 8.
All right, perfect. So check that out. Again, help us get Sports.gaming to affiliate status so we can then start sharing GMS emotes with our Patreon subscribers. Find more Patreon information at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. We're 8 away, correct? 8?
8 away.
Perfect.
Yep.
It's also how many assists that Sean needs in Rocket League.
Probably.
All right, for everyone who made it possible, for Austin, for Sean, I am Hefty Goof. Again, we will see you again on Friday for the final show this week. The show that's in between the final one of the week and the weekend of the week was today's. I love that KJ got confused and used that.
The Wednesday of the second half of the week.
Whatever. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Hefty Goof. Goodbye. This has been Gaming Morning Show. Manganese?
Manganese?
Gary Sinise and Copper. Almost said Cooper.
Should know that one.
Stop myself. Copper. Cooper. High in vitamin C and a powerful source of fiber as well. So enjoy it.
8.
Number 8, pumpkins are 80 to 90% water. Who would have thought that something so nutritional would be mostly water? The high water content of pumpkins means they're good for you while also being low in calories. Good news, if you're looking to offset the Halloween chocolate, use some pumpkin.
Okay, but what do you eat? How do you eat pumpkin?
Hey, just bite into it like an ant. Just pick it up.
I don't think that's true. You're gonna break your teeth. That's why you get the mini pumpkins. They're bite size. Not is it illusion? Like you could insinuate that Liam Neeson killed him. Like how I'm using Liam Neeson as a placeholder for the character's name that I can't remember.
Mr. Neeson.
Yes, Mr. Neeson to you. I mean, heck, you could even had a phone call where it's like, I know where you are. I know what you're doing. If it's money you're seeking, I can tell you that Bruce Wayne has plenty. But what I also have. The red PS4 controller, that is totally a PS4 controller. What?
Well, we used that for the PlayStation 5.
Oh, they're backwards compatible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I totally played.
You were doing it.
I'm an expert gamer. I'm an expert gamer now. Whatever sound you were making yesterday, it's on our Twitter. Ugh, crap.
Oh my goodness.
Superfox says we're brushing up on our Star Trek Voyager, aren't we, Hefty? Yes, we are.
Indeed.
As in Robert Picardo.
Did you know that Dwayne Johnson got one of his earliest acting roles on an episode of Star Trek Voyager?
Yes.
Because I did. I remember that episode. That was that episode where and then the end was really good because remember?
It was such not only do I remember, but like I feel like I lived it again with your excellent recount of that exact moment in time.
Yeah. Hopefully it came through for everyone else.
Yeah, I already talked to a bird. Is this why you have ghost legs?
Bingo! Some of us get used to the changes, but I don't fancy becoming an actual ghost at all. And the worst part is that you can't predict these things. It just happens, or doesn't.
Do you need rocks to shoot at the birds?
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Because I haven't. Isn't that weird? Maybe they're sacrificing them to some pigeon god.
To some.
But then, why haven't they all died out?
Why'd they come back?
Questions.
The helicopter. Whoa!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay.
By the way, what did you do to this
On the truck round.
I tried to steal some fancy necklace from her.
Just someone
Thought she was just a lonely crone with a
casually
fortune.
dying in
not
the
an actual
background.
witch.
Why would you do that?
I'm a thief. That's what I do.